Hello everyone and welcome to another TDR family game video. This is DroydTDR, and today, Yelan, we are following up right where we left off the next day on our SUMERU Archon Quest. Ding, ding, ding.
Hey, Dehya!
Hey, we're back.
Right on time.
It's morning. That's right, we slept right here. Did you notice?
We'll know any moment now.
Paimon's been wondering. You seem to know Candace pretty well. Have you been friends for a long time?
We've known each other for some time now. She's a pretty interesting person. Even though she's an extremely strong warrior, she never misuses her powers against others.
Oh,
Nice.
Paimon knows what you mean. Like a lot of martial artists say, never take the fight outside the ring.
Yep, I guess you can put it that way. It takes strong convictions to be as dedicated as she is, and shoulder that kind of responsibility. Us mercs, on the other hand, we pretty much live from one day to the next.
Well, Paimon thinks you're great too.
Really? Thanks for that.
Welcome. And Cyno does too. Or something.
Cyno's here, and he's pretty early too.
Yes, I was here yesterday to help out a little.
Oh,
Help
interrogation?
By doing what?
Sharing some interrogation techniques.
Oh boy.
You mean you taught Candace some more persuasive methods?
Right.
How was
Come
that?
on in, everyone. Come on, let's go inside.
Alright, let's see what they learned. I bet it's gonna be... They're basically gonna tell us where all the people are.
You look furious.
Does she?
Do I? Huh. What gave it away? Oh, there's no mask that can hide true bloodlust. Cover up your eyes, and it'll still show itself at the corners of your mouth.
Perhaps I
okay.
need to work on my composure. Still, it's perfectly understandable why I'm angry. I'm sure everyone present would agree.
Yes, ma'am. Please, don't beat us anymore. We're gonna die.
She beat him up?
Looks like Cyno taught her well.
Wow. She mastered it really quickly too. Now she's just as terrifying as he
You
is.
fear death yourselves.
What?
Yet you do not hesitate to place the lives of others at risk. The absurdity is mind-boggling. The
True.
ones you call mad scholars are known to us as the village keepers. They
That's
are
right, the
vital
village
members
people.
of our community.
Let's go.
And some even count them as family.
That's right. They set up the
You come
YMCA.
here to my village, and you treat my people as nothing more than stepping stones towards your goal. Tell me, what would you do to you in my position?
Mercy! Please, have mercy!
You've made your bed.
We may all be desert dwellers, but there's one thing that I understand better than you. The resurrection of King Deshret will only result in war. And war serves no one. The
Go
people
Candace.
of our village
Wow.
care little about which god is in power. Life may be tough and tiring, but we wish to preserve our way of life. A war would only cause us to lose all that we have. And that is not a responsibility that you can afford to shoulder.
True that.
We understand. We're sorry.
Clap, clap,
I'll
clap.
tell you everything I know. Please, just let us go.
Maybe.
I'm listening.
Who's the old guy?
You
Oh, that's
might
the
not
village
believe
elder?
this, but
Okay.
it wasn't us who came up with this idea. Someone was spreading rumors in the tavern. That's how we ended up hearing about King Deshret's resurrection. Some mystery man told us that mad scholars will make the perfect sacrifice to usher in King Deshret's resurrection. They give their lives, and we can get anything we wish for.
They're called village
What?
keepers. Slip up again, and you'll regret it.
Yes,
Ooh.
sorry. It was all that mystery man's doing. He told us to spread the word about King Deshret's resurrection and talked us into helping him. In return, he said he'll help facilitate the resurrection process.
Who would that mystery person be?
I'm not sure.
Is that Scaramouche? Or El
That's one.
Doctore?
Huh? One what?
Strike. You get a total of 3. Then, you die by my hand.
Wait,
Really?
I'm telling the truth. We don't know anything. It was all him.
2.
He got us to lure them out of their houses in the night with some kind of incense. We take them to a junction outside the village. Then the mystery guy takes them from there. You gotta believe me, please. I'm telling the truth, I swear. Just ask them if you don't believe me.
That was indeed the truth. Traveler, go on.
All right, what are we doing here? Go on where? Do you have any idea who that mystery person might be?
Believe me. If I knew that, I would have told you his name right away. I'm not risking another beating to keep his secrets. No way.
So she has been beating him up. Wow.
That guy, he wears a cloak, and he's always careful to cover his face. He calls himself King Deshret's envoy.
I believe
This is Scaramouche
I may know what's going
or
on.
Uncle
Eldoctory.
Anpu?
Maybe.
What do you mean?
What was that?
Smooth.
Okay, speak.
If my suspicions are correct, this mystery man they speak of could be from the academia.
Why you say that?
Some time ago, people from the academia attempted to take the village keepers away. I refused, insisting that they are part of our community. It strikes me now that this secretive character shares the same goal they had.
Which means it's highly likely that the academia was purposely spreading a false rumor to trick the radicals into delivering the village keepers right into their hands.
Well, why?
They were the ones who brought them here to begin with. Now they're trying to take them back? We aren't gonna let that happen.
Not the academia again.
In Sumeru City, Cetaria also mentioned King Deshret's resurrection is just the academia's misinformation campaign.
Just as I thought. But what could they want with the village keepers?
Village people? I don't know.
People are nothing but tools in the eyes of the academia. A change in their plans likely means they found another way to exploit the scholars.
Maybe through the dream stuff.
Regardless, our top priority now
Dream
is
harvesting
locating
or
the
whatnot?
village keepers.
That's right,
You're
let's go
right.
find the village people.
Isaka's still waiting for news on his grandpa.
Time to go. Let's leave the village and try to track them down.
Yes,
Do it.
pack up and get ready to leave.
You got it. Candace, I'll let you deal with the radicals. Leave everything outside the village to us.
All right.
Let's meet back here once everyone's ready.
Go team. Sheesh. Alright, so where are we headed now? Quest complete. Drive from Eleazar Hospital. Leave the chief's house. Alright. Easy enough to do. Feel like I should talk to these people though.
You look worried. Think
Yes.
Yeah.
I'd look for them myself if I could.
you have a
All right.
strong sense of belonging here. I guess I'm the opposite. Mercs are stray dogs, wherever they go.
Dehya, don't say that. You can be a part of this community too.
Aw.
Thanks. I'll let you know when I feel like joining.
Alright, so that was fun. Alright, maybe we just leave. Okay.
How do you think the residents of Aru Village feel about what we're doing? In other words, do you truly believe every single word the villagers tell us?
You mean some of them lied to us?
Yeah.
Hiding
Maybe.
the truth does not necessarily equate to lying. Again, these people have their reasons. Remember what Candace said? Most people in Aru Village don't necessarily care which deity is in charge of Sumeru.
Sure.
That's because whether King Deshret or the Dendro Archon has power is of little significance to them. By
Sure.
contrast, the perils of their daily lives are ever-present concerns. They won't simply share everything they know with you without good reason. That's why you believed there was no further information to be found in this village.
So you're saying we can find new info from someone we've already spoken to?
Glad you're following along.
Probably the lady that's
Among those you
scared.
have talked to, there's someone who was consciously keeping you out of the loop. In fact, she's been observing your every move since you arrived. The
Yeah.
reason being, to someone who only wants to live their life in peace, Any external factors introduce unpredictability into the equation.
True.
Those eyes. Those fierce eyes. You look like a real fighter.
Don't change the subject.
It's quite obvious that she's intimidated by Cyno's authority and strength.
Right. You were asking about the mad scholars.
She corrected herself mid-sentence because she's aware that there are King Deshret fanatics in the village. If she sounds too friendly towards the village keepers, she could easily make herself the radicals' next target.
I think it's been a few days since I last saw them. I usually go to bed pretty early, so I'm not too familiar with what goes on at night.
Remember? She made a point of denying her involvement in anything that occurs at night.
But honestly, I feel quite sympathetic towards them. Even though they act a little strange, they've helped me in the past. If it weren't for them, my house would have collapsed long ago.
True that.
After speaking to the village chief, it became clear that the village keepers had protected Aru village at night. In other words, the young miss was very much awake during that time.
Then why would she lie?
By getting involved with an outsider, she risks drawing unwanted attention to herself. As for why she might be so wary about all this, maybe you should ask her.
I'll pass on this one.
Yeah,
you
probably
said
good
that she's
idea.
afraid of me. If so, it's best if I stay out of this.
We're on it.
That's right, we'll go. We'll bring some cabbage soup or something, I guess. Whatever is a nice gift. Is that her? No. Was this her? This was her. Knock, knock.
Miss Shawnee, as we discussed earlier, I've brought someone with me.
Mr. Alhaitham, I'm aware of where you stand, but how can I make sure that your friends think the same as you?
Huh? What do you mean? We need to clarify our stance or something?
Go ahead and talk to her. You'll get the answers you want. Go on. Earn her trust.
All right,
Is it
let's
really
go do
that
it.
simple?
May I call you Traveler?
Sure, why
Hi,
not?
Traveler. I want to ask you something. Do
Okay.
you think the resurrection of King Deshret can truly change Sumeru for the better?
Nope,
Why's that?
because it'll only result in conflict.
That's very similar to what Miss Candace says. I know you two are friends. That's why I'm willing to talk to you, even though I do have some reservations. Before, I wouldn't even have the courage to ask something like this. Traveler,
Okay.
do you believe our lives will get better?
What do you mean? I can't promise anything, but I'll do the best I can.
We came here from another nation, so it isn't wrong of you to be weary. And we aren't really residents of any one nation. But even so, we've met lots of people from different places, and we've always fought for what we believed in. We have friends in Sumeru, and we want to help them. That's why we decided to stay here for a while.
Yeah.
I want to trust you. My apologies for posing my questions like that. To be honest, I didn't expect you to come back for more information.
Well,
Alhaitham told us you have
Alhaitham.
reasons. It's okay. We understand.
The fact is that only one side of my family is desert folk. I don't really fit in anywhere in Sumeru. Some believe in the Dendro Archon, while others believe in King Deshret. I don't belong to either side, and neither side would want me.
Speaking of which,
What?
the radicals
Why?
mentioned that they despise traitors. Do they just think that anyone who's different from them is a traitor?
Yeah. Some
Wow.
people can be so narrow-minded when it comes to bloodline and beliefs. It makes no difference what I say or how I behave. I'll always be suspected of having ulterior motives. Slowly, I just stopped talking to people. I pretended not to hear or see anything. All I want is to live my life in peace. And then it happened. The village keepers who had helped me disappeared with no explanation.
That's crazy.
And I didn't dare breathe a word about it to anyone. Until now.
You can tell them. I'm sure she'll keep your secret.
All right. I'll tell you what I told Alhaitham. I actually have a sharper sense of hearing than most. Sometimes, I hear strange crying sounds in the night.
There are ghosts?
Oh my.
Perhaps. I'm not sure. It's faint, but it's definitely the sound of crying. It comes from far away in the distance, and always carries very raw emotion. It used to
Interesting.
be louder and more frequent, but ever since you arrived in the village, it doesn't seem to happen as often. And when it does, it's much quieter. I have to focus really hard to make it out.
I confirmed this with the guards on night duty. They also have someone with a good ear, and he's heard similar sounds at night. But because we're in the middle of a desert, he would rather believe that they are the cries of beasts than ghosts.
Huh, do you know where
There's
they
really
came
nothing
from?
around these parts, except for an old hospital not far from the village.
I think they used to use it for treating Elazar, but it's been abandoned for years.
Well, we gotta check it out.
Go.
Let's go do the Elzar Hospital. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Oh. That's not too far away. Southwest we go. This way. Southeast. What am I saying? Southwest. Holy. Little guy's running away. Cool. I haven't really been here. Look at all these chests.
Is this the place?
Ooh,
It's in
boy.
terrible shape. And the monsters! Watch out!
Oh, okay.
Emerge right now.
Oh, not chests. Dendro-y things.
Gotcha. Everyone hold hands.
There more? Whoa! Where'd that guy come from?
Right here. Right now. Right here.
Ouch. Oh my.
Busted. I swear by my sword. Right now. Emerge. Right now. A sight to behold. Is that all? Right here.
Oh my, we got him down so fast.
They were easier to deal with than Paimon had expected.
Yes, indeed.
Super strong bandits? Or monsters taller than buildings dropping out of the sky? Or, something like that. He looks super serious. We gotta stay on our A game too.
Alright, wow, I haven't explored this.
This is the one.
There can be only one. Ready? Go. Pow. Nice. Now what? Ah. Doorway. Doorway into the hospital.
Let's go in and take a look.
Let's do it. Come on, Alhaitham. Oof. Alright, it's a pretty beat up room.
Hey, Alhaitham, we haven't found squat. Are you sure we aren't wasting our time here?
Patience. Shawnee says she only hears the crying at night. We have
Oh,
time
yeah.
to burn. Until then,
Till then, what?
I'm taking a break.
Okay.
And just like that, he sits down. Wait, he even brought a book to read? What are you
Shit.
reading? Let Paimon see.
He's not gonna tell us, is he?
Okay, sure.
Huh? The natural position.
Which is the positional propensity of an entity in natural motion.
In contrast,
contrast
with
with
an
an
object
actual
in forced motion?
Motion.
Huh? When free from external influences,
Ch-
every entity
An object in motion tends to
displays
stay in
the
motion. Okay.
tendency to follow its natural trajectory?
Yeah.
So, you got that?
Oh, Paimon gives up. You keep reading your book. See ya. How is he so relaxed?
Just
Look at
basic
him,
physics,
reading an
dude.
impossible book in a creepy place like this.
You know, it wouldn't kill you to read a book once in a while. Maybe it's time to spread your wings and become learned.
Hey, what good is that gonna do for you? You're acting like one of those annoying grown-ups who go around nagging people to focus on their studies.
Oh, the more you learn, the more money you can earn. To support me.
Hey, what gives? Shouldn't you be the one providing for Paimon?
Wait.
Oh, right. Okay then. Thank you for working so hard and earning so much more. If it weren't for you, Paimon would probably still be floating around in the ocean somewhere. Thank you.
You're welcome. Hopefully you don't eat a lot of food. Alright, it's nighttime now. Are there ghosts? Is there crying? What's going on here?
Paimon's getting so sleepy.
Oh, I hear it.
Huh? What was that sound?
There it is. It's coming from
Oh,
that
that
direction.
does sound really creepy. Jeez.
Is the sound coming from here? Huh. Paimon's not seeing anything.
It's from below.
Ah,
But there's no way we can get down there.
Something is off about the
come?
interior here.
are they all trapped down there?
As I thought, there's a hidden structure.
Wow. It's like they tucked another hospital into this one. Oh, it
Whoa.
looks like there are other mechanisms around here. Let's keep exploring.
Alright, so we gotta unlock some mechanisms, huh? Whew. Alright, investigate the elemental monuments around the hospital. Okay. First, we gotta get all the little loot. Oh, that's a star. That's not loot. Gotta get all the loot. Or like carrots. Everybody likes carrots and cabbages and radishes. Alright, that wasn't really as exciting as I was hoping for. But there was one over here. There we go. 1 out of 3. Why can't I jump there? There we go.
Hey!
Right now. Right here.
I'll be back.
I see everything! Ah!
I'll be back.
I'll be back. Maybe not. Alright, is there another one up here? I didn't think there was. No. Oh! See something way up there, up top. Oh, there's another one over here, too. But what's guarding it? How do we unlock it? Oh.
Right now. Emerge.
I feel like we should have Candace in here because, you know, she is the protector and all that, so maybe we should. Ha! Oh, more?
Hey!
Right now. What a nuisance. Emerge. Right now. Yeah.
Alright, so it only took 2. Bam. It took 2 rounds, we got them. Going up here, wait, what is that? Oh, those are explosive barrels. Alright, what's this?
I see everything!
Gotcha. Right here. Emerge. Right here.
And Easy peasy. Lemon. Squeeze them. Wait, what? Do I have to use a burst? Why is this not unlocked? Oh, I already did it. That was number 3. It already got unlocked. My bad. Go to the lower level of the hospital. Alright, let's see. Whoop. I guess there it is. Did we unlock all the doors? We did. Emergency notice. His condition is serious. However, it's difficult. Once found, immediately inform. Most of the document is unreadable. Alright, that's kind of strange. Meals. Alright, so there's meals to eat. Is that the same 23-year-old? Yes. Immediately inform us. Is that the same? I thought we were getting something here. No, apparently it's a notice on the floor. That's weird. Alright, so that's done, I think. Oh, that's the emergency notice. It's not on the floor, it's on the wall. Got it. What about this one? Monday, Tuesday, somebody. Wednesday. Okay. It's an old vase. Or oven. Okay.
Look, there's someone over there.
And he's crying. We need to be careful.
Good idea. Let's approach him
Oh, are there 2 people? Is there a guy to the left too?
You're...
He can't speak, and his eyes are unfocused. But also, why is he the only one here?
Didn't expect to see him here.
You know him?
Who is he?
He's Razak, a senior of mine at the academia.
He's a scholar too? Is he the kind that holes up in a forest and mumbles stuff about training?
No. And that's the problem. Razak was never involved in any of those things. He never trained in the forest, let alone reach Satyavada life. Leaving that question aside for the moment.
So why is he whacked out?
Him being here alone means that we might be too late. Looks like they've already taken everyone away. For whatever reason, they left Razak here. Perhaps they simply didn't have time to come back for him. There are drag marks on the ground. They're clearer by the doorway. Someone was forcefully drawing a cart that was loaded with something heavy.
Loaded?
That is one possibility. It looks like they were in a hurry, as if they were afraid of being caught. In their haste, they failed to notice Razak hiding in a corner.
Maybe.
The symptoms are identical. Looks like we found living proof.
Huh? Why do you say that?
Allow me to jog your memory. Recall your time at Port Ormos. Don't you think his symptoms look familiar?
Kind of like the same guy that attacked us, right? A glimpse of knowledge, yeah.
Oh, now that you mention it, they're acting the same way.
Correct.
Pretty much.
The academia is behind all of this. It isn't difficult to deduce their rationale. First, the academia spread a false rumor of King Deshret's resurrection, emphasizing the role of the village keepers, the mad scholars who were exiled to Aru village. These rumors were all the persuasion that the radicals needed, and those based in Aru village leapt into action. Unbeknownst to them, of course, through rounding up the scholars, they were actually helping the academia. As well as being able to exploit the radicals for their own ends, this scheme has one further advantage to the academia. All the risks and responsibilities are offloaded onto King Deshret's followers. Life for the desert dwellers has been brutal ever since King Deshret's death all those years ago. Beneath the surface, feelings of desperation are widespread. Many would give everything they have for the prospect of something better. Anyone looking to exploit that for their own ends simply needs to make a few empty promises. Even if complications arise, people will see that those involved are all followers of King Deshret and look for no further explanation than differences of belief. A deep-seated mistrust of the desert and everyone in it by the rest of Sumeru will make sure of that. The notion of an academia plot wouldn't even cross their minds. It may seem like a simple strategy, but it is able to work wonders under Sumeru's current circumstances.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. It's in line with the village chief's theory, too. But there's still one very important question.
Who is
Wasn't
it?
the academia that brought the scholars to Aru village in the first place?
So why do they want
does
him
it
back?
want them back
Good
now?
point.
Throughout this process, one thing has changed. The scholars' identity. First, they were scholars. Then, they became lunatics. After that, they were exiles. And finally, they become missing persons. An exile is still patently a living, breathing human being. But when someone becomes a missing person, that is brought into question. If you can't find someone, you have no way of knowing what exactly happened to them. That makes missing people an ideal resource.
A resource for what?
For
Yeah.
what exactly?
One possibility is that the information in their brains could be extracted into knowledge capsules.
Extracted? You mean canned knowledge comes from people's brains?
With the technology of the Sumeru Academia, it's entirely
gosh.
possible. Perhaps the process caused them great suffering, which is why they cry out in the dead of night when no one is watching them.
So, the human brain... Nope, nah, Paimon doesn't want to think about this.
I'm the Academia scribe, after all. I'm familiar with their projects. Anyway, judging by Razak's state, the contents of a divine knowledge capsule were extracted from his mind. But something went wrong in the process. Or perhaps his curiosity got the better of him, and he used such a capsule for himself.
Paimon's a little confused. Can they just use anyone's brain?
That can't be right. Most of the mad scholars had made contact with the divine consciousness in the forest. It's also safe to assume that this knowledge has something to do with the Fatui, the Doctor, the Balladeer. You're using
The look on
divine
your
knowledge
face tells me
capsules
you
for
realize
something.
the answer.
The Academia needs people who have been exposed to the divine
right.
consciousness.
To some scholars, gaining knowledge about the gods is their entire life's pursuit. Extracting canned knowledge is just one of the extreme measures they turn to. However, I can't help but wonder, what do they seek to gain from divine knowledge? The Academia is going out of their way to look for forbidden knowledge, but what is their ultimate goal?
That's a
I've
good
spent
question.
quite some time trying
I think
to
it's to
analyze
get
the
the
contents of the
Balladeer to
divine
be
knowledge
the new
capsule,
god,
but
right?
to no avail. It seems like my way of thinking is too different from theirs.
You mean you're not even slightly interested in getting your hands on this forbidden stuff?
All scholars seek to expand the horizons of knowledge, but I'm not particularly interested in gods, so I don't share their degree of zealotry. Extracting information from people as if they were lifeless objects? If this is the direction of academic progress, then the Academia may as well shut its doors.
Sounds like you're really
Agreed.
against all this.
Of course. The Academia's actions run contrary to their rules. Whether it be academics or knowledge, everything has its boundaries. If those lines are crossed, the rules and order that govern everything in the world will be destroyed. This matter needs to be corrected, just like fixing a typo in a book.
Wait, didn't you step in to help because you felt sympathy for those poor people?
Not to be callous, but no.
No.
My criteria
Okay.
are a little more restrictive than that. There is no shortage of suffering in Sumeru, and the same can be said for the rest of Tevat as well. What do you plan to do about that? Save every last person?
Good point.
Probably not. Paimon's not
So
sure.
your motives are more specific and
You can
personal.
say that. Simply put, I don't blindly place my faith into strength or heroism. I do what I want.
I do what I
The
want.
divine knowledge capsule is something I want to investigate in full. That doesn't mean I'm willing to take action for the sake of a few strangers.
He justifies actions because they're true to his personal things. Someone like him might actually make for
Paimon's
a
been wanting
better
to say this for
ally.
a while. There are a lot of bad guys in the academia, but you're not one of them. You're
You're
their
their
weirdo.
weirdo.
You're probably right. Though
Oh,
I
yeah.
must say, I quite enjoy this feeling of being the odd one out. Uniqueness is also an asset, is it not?
Wow, that's a great way to think about it. Paimon's really impressed. If only Miss Shani had a similar mindset, her life would definitely be a lot easier.
I'm just a more likable person than her in general. There's nothing more to it than that.
So what do we do
He
with
won't
him?
last long if we leave him here. Let's take him with us. We'll work out our next step after we return to Aru Village.
Alright, so we taking him back to the village, or what? Back to the village chief's house, meet up with everybody else. Is this the end of the line? Is there no other interesting places to explore? Maybe not. No chests hidden in the side cavern? So sad. No extra loot? Ah, so sad. I think there would be. What was this? Dusty tableware. Avin's bowl. Sugar bowl. Sugar jar. This is just kind of a creepy place. People just sort of stuck down here. Oh. That really sucks. Alright, let's teleport out. Teleportando. Back to the village. See what do we have to do next. Meet up with everybody else. Is this everybody else? Here we are. Whoa, tripping.
We're back!
Here we are. And we brought a madman.
You must be tired. You should rest and take some water.
Ooh, and I see some cantaloupe.
What's the situation?
Who's this?
Unfortunately, somebody who's too young to take on the role of Isak's grandfather. Nevertheless, he's one of the people we're trying to find.
Yep, we tell everyone about the abandoned hospital. We eat some fruit.
At one point in time, the abandoned Elazar hospital served as the academia's site for extracting divine cant knowledge.
Yep, pretty much.
But it seems
Our
like
plan must have been implemented at some point before we arrived at Aru Village, since divine cant knowledge has been in circulation for a while now. Yet, they fled once we were headed to the village, almost as if they knew we were on their trail. Why is that?
Yeah, why is that?
We may
I don't
have a
know.
mole in
Let
our
us know.
midst.
Wait, what?
One of us could be secretly revealing our whereabouts to the academia.
Oh, who's wearing an earpiece?
Huh? Are our friendships that shallow?
Looks like none of you have realized wherein lies the issue.
Um,
Cyno, you're the reason why they can predict our movements.
What? Why him?
What's that supposed to mean?
You're the one wearing the
Choose
earpiece.
your next words very carefully.
It is simply a logical inference. I have my reasons.
So what you're saying is, Cyno's the mole. Interesting. And here I thought you were the most suspicious one, Alhaitham, since you were always acting alone.
I know.
Agreed.
You have a point, but I realized something as we were returning from the hospital. Cyno isn't like any of us.
What are you trying to say?
Do you still remember who you are, General Mahamatra? As a Matra, you are no doubt privy to certain kinds of information. Before you can take action against someone, you are required to have all the facts available, including the less than savory details. Simply put, the academia has traditionally allowed you access to a wealth of sensitive information. Knowing their modus operandi, wouldn't you expect them to take precautions against you? If you want to raise a vicious wolf, You need to make sure that you can avoid its bite.
The academia is monitoring me?
It's not that simple. The academia has eyes all over Sumeru,
Okay.
but they have a special protocol for dealing with you.
Why?
Every so often comes a Nyagarbaha day. On this day, the academia enters new information into the Akasha through knowledge capsules. I remember seeing the thick notebook next to the control panel once. Its contents were all about the General Mahamatra, his activities throughout the day, preferred methods of enacting judgment, everything.
You're saying that
Why?
the academia entered my information into the Akasha too? But what's the point in doing that? My actions aren't important enough to be added into the Akasha.
The Akasha is capable of computation. The Akasha's algorithms are entirely capable of predicting your
Oh,
movements
boy.
using the data entered. When you would depart, the route you would follow, your destination. It knew all of this.
It predicted my every move.
The academia has been watching you longer than you think. However, the fact that you resigned is proof that their suspicions were well-founded.
So that's how it is. Cyno adheres to his principles so strongly that he's actually a thorn in their side. Tenacity of will and steadfast faith are worthless to the academia. They need scholars who are easily pliable and mindlessly go after anything they can profit from. Cyno, don't take it to heart. This just proves how much of a trustworthy ally you are.
They escaped because of me.
Don't blame yourself. It's not like any of us would have known.
I have
Exactly.
an idea. If they predicted my movements, then I might be able to guess where they went.
Whoa, you bounced back fast.
There is always an opportunity for safety after danger passes.
Oh, so that's how it is! Paimon gets it now!
Hmm?
If the academia is trying to avoid Cyno, then the safest place would be...
One step behind him?
Yep, that's right!
They'll want to proceed in the direction opposite of where I'm going.
Why were we just looking at her
Let's
now?
go.
That's so
There's
weird.
also something I want to investigate.
Let's go, guys! After him!
Please,
What is he
wait.
investigating?
I want to go too.
You want to go too? If so, you have to promise you'll stay safe.
You can't
I
make
want
that
to find
promise.
Grandpa. I promise I'll be careful and not cause any trouble.
Everyone, I leave him in your hands.
Oh, okay.
Let's go! Remember to pack some food with you!
Paimon
feels like
always on the
we're
food.
missing someone, though.
Where's Dehya? Alright, we gotta follow Cyno. Cry from the hospital, follow Cyno. Interesting. I'm thinking this would be a good place to pause. So I know we're going to be just following him. So this will be a good place to pause for here. And we will continue on searching for these missing mad academia people in the next episode. Thanks very much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Look what I made. A birdie. Yay. Bye-bye.